what are the components of a good hire? First of all, that the job design is correct, and we'll chat about that for a second. The second is that the process is correct. Third of all, that the candidates are good candidates, that they actually have the skills and experiences that you're looking for. Next, that the hiring decision that you make delivers somebody into your organization that has, in fact, all of the fit elements that you're looking for. As a new entrepreneur, where you don't have hundreds and hundreds of employees to go and do this kind of analysis on, you can do this informally, retrospectively, by just thinking back over your career about what characteristics people have had who, when they were around you, did good work. And that's a good start. Is that not only do they have to do a good job, but they also have to fit in your organization. Every one of your organizations has its own character, its own personality. Certain people fit, certain people just really stick out. And if you're kind of Aspergery, and I confess that I am, and you tend to hire just on straight merit without paying a lot of attention to personality, beware of the results. The second aspect of job design is that the people you're looking for actually exist. You might think this is a silly requirement, but you would be stunned, or at least I have been stunned, by the number of CEOs who want somebody who just simply does not exist. They want an actuary who can tell jokes. There are no actuaries who can tell jokes. So you can want them all day long. You can hire Hydrocus Struggles, you can hire the Wentworth Company, you can hire whoever you want. You're not going to get an actuary who tells jokes. So it's really important that you understand that, establish that people exist before you start doing a lot of work on the recruiting. Otherwise, the recruiting is just this uphill grind, which is like the myth of Sisyphus. You're going to get to the top and then roll the rock down the other side. You also need to start to establish whether you can get the people that you want for the pay that you want to pay before you start. It is just really frustrating to get out of the marketplace, fall in love with somebody, and discover after you've fallen in love with them that they're 20 grand more than what your budget says. We have an internal rule about avoiding unrequited love, because unrequited love turns everybody into monsters. The third piece of the job profile has to accomplish is to describe people who want to work for you. So it's good before you get too deep into the recruiting to go out and talk to 2 or 3 or 4 people and find out if anybody is even remotely interested in coming to work for your company. If they don't come at you, to you with a lot of enthusiasm, they're going to be spending a lot of their time thinking about reasons to leave. The candidate pool needs to give the hiring manager really legitimate choices. There is a real role for chaos in hiring folks. There's the possibility of some really wonderful surprises, a certain combination of traits, characteristics, skills, experiences that you hadn't thought of before, that because you stumble into somebody, all of a sudden your imagination fires up and you can see how this person you had not thought of before could in fact fit very well. In other cases, you want to be more disciplined and hire exactly what you're going out after. So why does a correct job profile matter? If you duplicate your top performers or get people who can deliver what it is that you're looking for, then you get good performance. You save all sorts of time, money, and aggravation by not starting down the wrong trail and waiting until you understand what the context is, and then doing your recruiting. And that's also, you save a ton of money. Many people experience setting out to do to fill a job, and then discover that they can't find anybody who, they can find people who are better than other people, but they can't find people who really measure up against their requirements, and so they settle. And our experience is that there's almost always somebody out there who can do your job well. It's just simply a matter of finding them, and finding them is simply primarily a matter of hard work. In the end, what you're looking for is long-term, stable, and highly productive employees, which help you have an effective, stable organization that doesn't waste a lot of time and energy with personnel problems